Hey guys, welcome to the first official video of Super Switch TOTS here on the Super Switch U channel. Um, it's still just going to be me, but we're going to do an unboxing for a game that I believe is going to be better for toddlers. We're going to find that out today. We're going to unbox it. We're going to do some gameplay footage. It'll just be of me playing it. And I'll do that on the Switch 2, so that way you guys can see what that would look like if that's the system that you have. And if you have the Switch 1, it's going to look similar to that, a little lower quality probably. But as far as I know, there's no upgrades for this, so it's just whatever natural upgrade process that the Switch 2 does will be applied to this game. So we'll see the gameplay footage, and then I will come back here and we will talk about it after me and Logan have some time to play it and see how he did with it. And then I will give the best accessibility rating that I can give it to, whether that's good for 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, or if this is something that, hey, maybe you need to wait until they're 5+ because maybe they didn't make the controls easy enough. Like I'm hoping that there are some controls like Mario Kart has, most of your modern Mario Kart games, where it has the steering assist and also the automatic go, and so then all they're doing is just moving back and forth. If so, that would be a lot closer to a 2 on the accessibility rating scale, but if it is where you have to somewhat drive yourself, then we're probably looking more like a 4. So we will check all that out. We'll come back when I have answers on that specifically. But for right now, we're going to unbox it. So let's tear into that. And yeah, in case you missed the other video talking about it, which was the wired controller unboxing, this whole series is to help parents or guardians or uncles and aunts or whatever of toddlers 2 to 4 figure out if these games are playable to what age and what is and isn't good for that. So Paw Patrol, especially being Grand Prix, I assumed would be good for that. But there's the front. Here's the back. And that's the side, which, like all Switch 1 games, is just the solid white text font, red, with the company logo. Now, here's the inside of the case. Very boring. So, I don't know if they just didn't care or if that's just whatever, if there was a purpose to it. I don't know. But then we got the cartridge. We got that. And we got that. And tastes like cologne. So, at least that part of the accessibility scale, no, they are not going to accidentally swallow that cartridge. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to do that for every one of these, just in case somebody's like, hey, maybe we don't want that taste on our cartridge. That is actually important to know with small hands and children that are young and still exploring, at least partially, with their mouths. That is very important to know. So, yes, this game still has the bad taste, so they shouldn't be able to swallow that. It'd be gross, but bleh, spit it out. Yeah, so let's see what the actual game looks like, and then we'll come back and talk about how easy it is for young children and what age ranges I would say is probably a good starting point for this. So let's check that out. Okay, guys, so I've got the game in, and we are now ready to start. I believe there is an update. I want to try starting it without the update. Let's see what happens. That actually would answer a question of how much of this game is actually on the cartridge. If we can play it without the update, I don't know. Because it's not a new game, so I mean, this has probably had some patches and stuff. But I dropped the case. Oops. That I was trying to show you guys that. All right. So OG outright games. And look, the download's done. They do a lot of these kid games, which is why it's a little hard to know for sure if this is young kid, even toddler age appropriate, or if this is like 4 or 5 plus. So, which I did say that 4 is part of the accessibility rating scale. So, I mean, that really does sort of affect a lot of things here. So, I guess we are loading at this point. Okay. The logo here is a little bit big. Oh, we'll deal with that later. Okay, so yes, we do want to start a new game. We're going to start it on this slot. Start a new game on this slot, yeah. So, without help, I would already say that this probably would not be accessible to younger audiences because you have to read to see where you're actually at with this. But we're just going to jump into a race. I would like to see... Yeah, I don't need to learn how to drive, but I do want to go back for a second because settings is important. Game controls. Okay, that was not the settings I was looking for. There is an option for drifting, which is a little concerning. And respawning. And character skill, throttle, so go with A button. You can also respawn, I think, with the left trigger? Or the left bumper, I'm not sure which one they're referring to. It might be either one. Steering, camera rotation. Alright. This is the only options that they're giving.
Credits.
Not great start.
Choose a race mode. Instant race.
Let's just go into an instant race. And let's just start a random thing and let's see. I mean, it's good, I guess, for just sort of jumping in, but I don't know. Playing is, I believe that's Rider.
Let's roll.
Settings. Can I adjust that from here? No. No, I can't. Oh wait, hold on a second.
Autopilot disabled. Autopilot activated. Autopilot
nope,
disabled.
That's literally just motion control.
Autopilot activated.
Wow. Let's see. So it's not fast-paced, so it does have that going for it. Yeah, that's respawning. So, I mean, there's a way to get back on the track.
I'm coming.
It's not even really going fast enough to warrant drifting. Just being honest. Now, I did instant race, so there could be the options for more difficult races. Yeah, let me try going off course. Alright, so actually, that is... Hold on a second. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not motion control, because I'm not...
Let's go turbo.
I'm not actually doing anything to justify motion control, am I?
Autopilot disabled.
Let me turn that off and see.
Yeah, turbo.
A lot of rumble. That's for sure. There's a lot of rumble, but
Let's go
no,
turbo.
this just makes it where you absolutely cannot go off the track, which now makes me curious.
Autopilot
What is this? What is this say? Oh, okay. Okay. So that was exactly what I was looking
Let's
for.
try this.
That is automatic go.
Oh no.
So all you focus on
is steering, and you can't steer off the course. It's just, it's not even, so the settings doesn't even matter, right? Because I can't force myself to go off the track. I mean, I could go a little bit there, but there's a rail to stop you from like just infinitely going out into nowhere. So that is actually a pretty good sign Logan might be able to play this. And we will test this when he wakes up from his nap. He just went down in the last 30 minutes, so I'll check that later. But yeah, I mean, this is hopeful. 'Cause I don't even think it mentioned that on here, did it? There, I'm gonna look at this for a second. Not like it even matters. It's going for me, and I can't steer off the track. Race around Adventure Bay as Paw Patrol. Up to 4 players. Look out for the mischievous Mayor Hundinger. And the rest is in foreign languages. So no, it doesn't actually mention anything to that effect. But I was just impressed. I stopped looking at the screen. I'm not even pressing anything at this point. I was looking at the case box art, and this thing is just automatically set to go. So it put itself in first place, at least for a little bit. It's second now, and it does seem like you go faster if you push the button, but you would not have some of the meltdowns or tantrums or whatever from them not being able to figure it out or having to constantly push a button. It just gives you the option, and whenever they're a little older and understand that they could play it better. But you could start with this. In theory, you could start someone off playing this game and not have to explain a whole lot. If you were talking to anyone that could understand it, and if you're talking to your 2 or 3-year-old, steer, move. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out whenever he wakes up from his nap and see what we can do. But it's actually a little bit better than. So far, we've been working with PlayStation 2. I'll just let this keep going on its own because, I mean, I was at first, so that definitely just helps. But so far, what I've worked with him on, kind of pushed a couple of buttons with a Lego Star Wars game on the PlayStation 2. Wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing. The thing that kept his interest the most was Sesame Street Sports from the original PlayStation, because he loves Elmo. So he would focus on it, but we'd have to go back and forth, and he didn't always press the go button, the throttle, whatever you want to call it. So I would have to kind of assist there. This would be different. This might actually work a little bit better. So I'm excited to try and see how he does with it. But for right now, though, I mean, that's what I hoped for, was that it had automatic go and steering assist, so you didn't go off the track, and you don't even have to set up the. You don't even have to set it up in the settings. Just an instant race is going to do some pretty good stuff too. Just in the fact that you don't have to go through all the hassle of picking characters, picking a card. You literally just like push it, like boom, okay. All right, there you go. You can just enjoy. I am gonna go in here. We're gonna do a custom race. That way, character selection and race tracks and whatnot, just to see what's actually here. You got Ryder, you got Chase, you got Marshall, Rubble, Rocky, Zuma, and Sky. That's your basic cast. And then there's at least 3 more that you can pick from. Go with Chase. Alright, and then there are different hats. I don't have the different hats. I just started. But we got Chase's hat, crown, Mad Hatter, fisherman, bowler, cowboy, Viking, jester, sports cap, beanie, pirate, explorer, cone. Let's see. Panama, top hat, garland, clown. This is very extensive on hat choices. I don't even know why you would want that many hats. But it gives something to unlock in adventure mode, so that's something for the older kids to do. So that's the thing. Turbo sparkle. Okay, so you can unlock different effects when you use turbo. And I don't have any of those. Racetracks. Let's see, we got Paw Patrol Speedway Junior, All Paws on Sand, City Roads, Paw Patrol Speedway GP, Hairpin Bends Tour, Pines and Snow Trip, Ski Time, Ice Mountain Freestyle, Pups on the Icy. That is a lot of ice. I feel like maybe there's a cup or something to do when you're on adventure mode that has to do with the snow. I don't know. Pups on the Icy Road, Monkey Temple Sprint, No Jungle is Too Big, Archaeologist. Try that again. Archaeologist Pups. Jesus, I don't know what I was trying to say. And Tropical Ride. And it doesn't look like there's additional places to go, but that's what you've got so far. And that's for setup. Look at adventure and see. You just jump into a story or
You'll race with the pup you
missions.
choose for the whole adventure until it's
You'll race with the pup you choose for the whole adventure until it's in. Okay.
Rider, chase.
So
Good
just do
Customize
chase.
your character.
Oh, there's different skin. I missed that. I just ended up clicking it twice, I guess. So different skins unlock and
Choose a
different
track.
effects. Okay, so I think I was right. I think, well, no, because they didn't put any of this stuff together. So I don't know.
You'll race with the pup you choose for the
You
whole
know, yeah,
adventure
let's.
until it's finished. Good choice.
I was gonna go
The
back,
race
but then I was
starts
like,
at
no,
race.
maybe we should
Normal.
actually see it. So let's look at it. Let's take a look. All right, and there's saying you can invite your friends to play. And there's actual story, not cutscenes, but
our town.
kind of skip the story.
Have you heard, pups? Sounds like a lot
No, I
of
may
fun.
not.
We accept your invitation, Mayor Goodway. Prepare your...
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hold on, there's something
Even
down
my
here.
Chickaletta
I think
can
I'm
hardly
blocking
wait.
myself.
The winner of the race will be crowned best racer pup. Let's get to the starting line. Good
Oh,
luck,
okay, so
pups.
there's the option skip. That's about where I had it.
Have you heard
That's
that?
the only
My
downside to
opinions.
recording it with this
When
program
I put
is that
my
I
plan
can't
into
see
action, Mayor Goodway's
what's going
best
on in that
pup
corner.
Grand Prix will be a
Today the race will.
Oh.
Oh,
Right,
yes.
so it makes the words show up faster, then it makes it sit there for a second. 17 tracks. That's 17 tracks of adventure mode that you gotta do. Which isn't much of an adventure, it's just 17 races.
3, 2,
I mean, that's
1.
that's something.
Action, Rider.
Sorry, I don't mean to not sound enthusiastic about this, but this is not a game for me. So, it's I could see where kids would have fun with it, especially like let me rephrase. 17 tracks of adventure mode. That's amazing. Something like that. I don't know. I can attempt to sound more excited about this stuff. But yeah, I mean this is the speed right here, and I don't know if that was easy or normal. I know it said to pick. I wasn't fully paying attention whenever it showed that, but it's not super fast-paced for whichever one this actually is. So with that steering assist and the automatic go option,
2 laps
Yeah.
to go.
this could be This could actually be playable by most ages. It's just if you're wanting to unlock stuff, that needs to probably be done by an adult or when children are older. I would not think, if given to Logan, I don't think that this would be quickly unlocked or anything else, because probably wouldn't do much for another couple of years. And that's alright. I mean, it gives room for growth, and that's important. Learning to play video games is actually a skill. You know, some people would not think so, but it does take learning to play the different types of games and what they do and what it all means. And so this would be a good intro to racing games. It really would. As much as I would like to say Mario Kart, any of them recently would be, it does still have a lot of the complicated bits of if you're anything higher than easy mode, then it's like the automatic go and steering is not going to get you very far. There's a lot of items. There are some spots that do kind of require drifting, otherwise you're just going to be hanging on the wall the whole time. So, I don't know. I will eventually do a full review on that one when I test it. But until then, this is probably a decent starting point. And I picked it up for $10 from Walmart. So it's probably not super expensive now to get either physically or on the eShop. And there are other games from the same company with other licensed children's properties that that would probably get the same effect. We will probably end up testing those at some point, but Logan does kind of like Paw Patrol, and he seemed interested when I was looking up gameplay footage to try to find answers to questions I couldn't find. So, yeah. Hey, I unlocked a character just by doing the first race. That's kind of cool, I think. Unlocked a new item for your collection, Everest. So I believe that is unlocking characters. Let's go back to main menu. Are you sure? Yes. Yes, I'm sure. So they made that easy. So it's not like a shop or something that you have to build up in-game currency and buy from. It seems like just playing would get you all of the characters and things throughout the game. No, that's always good to know. Multiplayer. I do not have another controller plugged in at the moment, so we will not check that one out. But yeah, so that's first gameplay, and then like I said, I'm gonna try playing this with my 2-year-old here in a little while when he wakes up from his nap. Get him woken up and a snack and a drink, and then we will test it and see how he does with it, and that will kind of help set that bar as far as what's going to be playable for this game. If it's accessible for 2-year-olds, if maybe you gotta wait for 3 or 4. But initially looking at this, I would think that a 4-year-old should be just fine with the assistance that they provide. The question now is, would any younger gamers have any difficulties with playing this game? So we're gonna test it. We'll come back, and I will give you guys a full breakdown from what I find out, and we'll go from there. So just hang out for a moment.
Okay. So ignoring the wardrobe change, because 3-month-old spits up whatever. But after some testing, I guess I was looking for a better word, I think I kind of have an idea on where we sit with an actual accessibility rating for Paw Patrol. And as weird as it might seem, I do actually think I could say a 2. it was not the most effective thing. But this is kind of what we've gathered. I've played it a couple races with my 2-year-old, and he wasn't great with it, but he was having fun playing the game with Daddy. He didn't stick with his controller, though. He wanted to play with my GameCube controller. I don't know if that was I picked the wrong car for him. I thought I was picking the right one. It seems like his favorite color is yellow, but I picked the red car, and technically it was a fire truck. But he wanted to play as that one, so it's okay. He did not stick with it well, which, to be fair, I think that's just typically what you get when trying to teach children at this age to play games. I think you're going to have a lot of, they're not going to stay in it long, they're not going to get it for a while. So this will just come with playing and time. But as far as for the accessibility rating, for saying, like, could a child of this age actually play it? In theory, yeah, I would say so. Because, again, when you set it to the lowest difficulty setting, and you've got the driving assist where it will go for you automatically, the fact that it has those bumpers on without being able to turn those off, so you cannot drive off the course. Yeah, I mean, basically it drives you, and teaching them with this, with the Paw Patrol Grand Prix game, it would start to help with things like button inputs. So to teach them, like, okay, so the little thumbstick, that moves, and so it'll take the car across the track and aim for things, and just focusing on a game through at least a race can be done. I believe that it could. Now, am I saying that all 2-year-olds are going to be able to play this game? No. When it comes to this and any future games that I check out and do this for you guys, know that there's probably not an exact science to this. That all kids are different. Some kids focus better than others. Some kids pick up new skills better than others. Some just have that interest or don't have that interest. So the important thing is not to force the kid to play the game, but to offer it and say, hey, would you like to play a video game with me? And then, as long as they stay interested, if you gotta stop mid-race and let them just go and play, then that's how it has to go. Fortunately, with me and Logan, he stuck through the first race. Said he was all done, but then wouldn't let me have the controller back, and then still wanted to do one more race, and so we did another race, and he did a little bit better the second time. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say that Paw Patrol Grand Prix can be played by 2 years. I would not push this on a 1-year-old. I don't think. Thinking back to when Logan was 1, the focus is not there. And I do not think that there's very many games that are going to hit that 1-year-old mark. If anything, it'd be something like take the Switch tablet with a coloring game, the touchscreen, and that might be a 1-year-old type of game. Probably going to test that with Logan. I've got a few, a little while back they had a pack of digital titles that was like $1 or $2 on a sale. So I got it, not knowing what like any of the games were. And so far, two of those, it's like 2 out of 4, have been just coloring books. um, so I've got that on the system, and I'm going to see how he does with those, and we'll probably review some of those on this channel later. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a learning curve, because like I said, I'm trying to figure this out on my own, because the resources just don't seem to be there when it comes to actual video games. And can young children, kids under the age of 5, play these? And yeah, I mean, saying oh, well, you know, it's okay for kids at 5 years old, so it'd be okay for kids under 5. That's not the case, because if we're being honest here, what I was playing at 5 years old was things like Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Super Mario Kart, that kind of stuff. And I don't know that would really go over well with most kids. I had a different start to video games, though, because I was not the oldest. My brother was already playing games, and so I was watching him and learning from him, and so it's a little different. As where my 2-year-old is the oldest, and so yeah, my 3-month-old Joey, when he gets to some of these ages, he'll be watching Big Brother do this if Logan so chooses to still play games in the next couple of years, and he might pick it up a lot better. So I'll revisit some of this stuff as we get to it, but as far as that goes, though, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. But we're gonna find out. I've got a few things, and I don't know what games, because my brother was supposed to look at those. But he had stuff like the other Paw Patrol games, the Gigantosaurus, and I think even Bluey, the game. So I'm gonna take a look at some of those things, because it's all TV shows that kids 2, 3, 4 years old watch. So the question really is, did they make these games for them, or did they make these games for older kids that are still watching the shows? Which would be kind of weird, but I mean, it might be how it goes. And then I'll be on the hunt for stuff too as we go. And when I get some kind of a cord to plug in the PlayStation 2 for some game footage capturing, we'll go over stuff like that too. The Sesame Street sports game, the Bob the Builder game for the PlayStation, the VeggieTales, things like that, and then kind of do the same thing. So I'll explore other systems too as I find access to these things. Even if I gotta borrow some stuff from my brother, we'll kind of cover it. So that's what I got for this one. Let me know what you guys think down below. If this is helpful in any way, I would love to hear it. And if there's any games specifically that you guys want to know on, is this playable for toddlers or kids under 5, shout it out. I'll see if I can find it, and we'll look at it and see how that goes. And yeah, hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button so we can get closer to 1,000 subscribers. And just to, again, if you're really looking for this kind of stuff, I'll put it out there. The best way to find it is to be subscribed and to check back with me, but also hit the bell notification button so that way you can be alerted to upcoming videos as they happen, because this is not going to be regular. This is just going to be as we go. Like I said, December, it'll be like the end of December, we'll cover the Baby Shark game and see how that goes. I'm actually Actually kind of excited to see how he reacts with that one. Because he loves Baby Shark. So he might stay more focused with the Baby Shark game. And so yeah, it's just hit the bell notification button, and you'll know whenever that one happens. And yeah, I guess that pretty much covers it. So thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you next time.